Damian Lillard. He's really good. He's putting up 32 points on some stupid efficiency. And if you watch the Dallas Mavericks game, he shot like 4 3-pointers that didn't make any sense, including one where he was like 2 steps in front of the half-court line. Without even dribbling, he just dropped it right in. Dame is a beast. And the funny thing with Damian Lillard is like, half the time he just beats you by blowing past you without doing any crazy dribble moves. He'll just do a little hesitation and go right by you, or just an in and out dribble and he's going right to the rim. And when it comes to going downhill towards the basket, we often talk about like Westbrook or John Wall. Dame Lillard is pretty damn fast going straight towards the basket, and defenders have had a very tough time dealing with him this season. I mean, they have for a while, but seems like this season he might be going up to a new level. I would say as of right now, he's definitely an MVP candidate. Of course, we're going to have to let the season play out. I mean, the Blazers are 3-2 at the moment. But if the Blazers can put a real run together towards the middle part of the season or whatever, yeah, I think Damian could definitely be in contention. And if we can go into the Blazers a bit more, Dame's backcourt mate CJ McCollum has also been great offensively. 21 points, 46% from 3, about 46% from the field. And that's just the best part of this Portland offense, is that you have 2 guys who can play with the ball, but they can also play off the ball. It allows you to stagger them pretty well. I'm pretty sure Terry Stotts rolls with like CJ McCollum with the second unit, or he'll roll with Dame in the second unit. One of them's on the floor at all times, and both of them can really direct an offense, which is good. They did sign Evan Turner this offseason to try to take a little bit of the pressure off of those two and allow them to play off ball a little bit more. I'm not going to act like I've seen every single Blazers game this season, because I haven't. I'm mainly going off of highlights. But up to right now, Turner has not been very efficient. The thing with Turner is he's a really difficult player to coach, just because there are times when he's going to do some ugly stuff. He's going to turn down the open 3-pointer. He's going to dribble a little too much. He's going to do some awkward spin moves, and he'll take like some 10-foot close shot at the basket. But if you put the ball in his hands, play him about 25 minutes a game, and just embrace that some of that stuff's going to happen, he can be a good player for you. He was efficient for the Celtics last season as the playmaker off the bench. Up to this point, he hasn't been very efficient for the Blazers, but I'm sure he could turn it around. I do like that he's coming off the bench. I don't think he's meant to be a starter, especially with 2 other ball handlers in the starting lineup. But besides Evan Turner as the 3, the Blazers have a lot of wings. There is Allen Crabbe, who stepped up as a shooter last season. That is continuing, as he's at 38% from 3 and 45% from the field. Crabbe is just a guy that you like to have on your team. He's not someone who's going to have a super high usage rate. He's not going to do a whole lot of ball handling. But he can cut to the basket. He can run in the open floor. He can hit an open jumper. And he's just overall a smart player. So I really like Allen Crabbe as what it seems to be their 6th man. The interesting player, though, for me is Mo Harkless, who became their starting 3 and is damn good defensively, and that's been his calling card for a while now. And he's playing the small forward position, like I said, but he's also shown some life as a small ball 4 in the past. His 3-point shot has stepped up, which is huge. So he provides them a lot of versatility. And then you also have Aminu, who at his core is probably a small forward, but in today's NBA, you can play him at the small ball 4 position, and that's where he plays for the Blazers all the time, as the power forward spot. His 3-pointer was awesome last year at 36%. As of right now, he can't hit threes. That was one fear I had with him, just because if for your whole career you're not a good 3-point shooter, then you have one good season, there is a chance that you're going to go back down. But if he can do his thing and be good from 3, that'd be awesome. It would provide Dame as well as CJ just more space to operate and do their thing. But even with that, from an offensive standpoint, the Blazers have been one of the best teams in the league for a few seasons now, and they're 6th in points per game. They're 14th in offensive rating, again, whichever one you value more, I don't know. They have 2 explosive offensive players in Dame and CJ. The rest of them are kind of role players, but that's okay. You know, that's a winning formula, I would say, especially with a really good coach in Terry Stotts. But defensively, they have not been the best, and they're not the best so far. Both of their defensive stats are in the 20s. I mean, Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum, they're not natural defensive players. I would like to see them get a bit better. I think they have. I think at one time Damian Lillard was a turnstile. I think he has improved to being at least average. But when both of your backcourt guys are average defensively, it's not the best with some of the guards we have in today's NBA. But you can make up for that with your other guys. And Mo Harkless is a good defender. Aminu's a good defender. I think there is some switch potential between their small forward and their power forward. And Mason Plumlee, while he's not a defensive whiz, he is okay on that side of the floor. Personally, I just think Plumlee is a backup center. I think he's a really good backup center. Play like 20 to 25 minutes a game off the bench as one of your big men. That's just what I think he's meant to do. Again, he's not bad, but there's many guys I would take before him. Also, his rebounding has been disappointing this season. He was never a great rebounder, but he was always better than 5.5 per game. Now, they did also sign Festus Ezeli this offseason, given his injuries with his knees, I think it is. I don't really know what you can expect from him. Myers Leonard is... well, he's Myers Leonard, so take that for what it's worth. They might be in the market for a new center. And that center would probably be Nerlens Noel, because Philadelphia is, of course, going to be looking for wing players. And again, Plumlee's cool, but if Plumlee became your backup and then you could have Nerlens Noel be your starting center, I think that would make you a whole hell of a lot better. Defensively, Plumlee can be the guy coming off the bench. I like it a lot. How does that trade happen? You got two guys. You got Mo Harkless and you got Allen Crabbe. Both of them can probably play the shooting guard position. And I think both of them could play off of Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid pretty well. So if Philadelphia would be interested in either one of those guys for Nerlens, I think that's something you could explore. I say could because they're both pretty decent players. I mean, they provide you with a lot of wing versatility as well as depth. But at the same time, you have two of them. So if you traded away, let's just say you traded away Mo Harkless, right? You trade Mo Harkless, you got Nerlens. Now your starting lineup is Dame, CJ, Allen Crabbe, Aminu, and Nerlens. Like, that's still pretty damn good. I mean, Crabbe might not be the defender that Harkless is, but he's not bad. And then you look at the potential of Damian Lillard lobbing it up to Nerlens, or CJ lobbing it up to Nerlens, and then Mason Plumlee coming off the bench. I like it. It would help you out defensively, definitely, and all that good stuff. It's an idea. And actually, after looking at the Blazers' salary for the next few seasons, if they want Nerlens, they're going to have to do it this way because they don't have a chance in restricted free agency. Next season, their salary is going to be $137 million, and the salary cap might be going up, but it is nowhere close to that much. They're giving Myers Leonard like $10 million. Ed Davis is getting about $7 million. Festus Ezeli is getting another $7 million. CJ McCollum's salary is about to jump up to $23 million, which he deserves. So, if you're going to want Nerlens Noel and really to improve defensively and perhaps get that center that can really take you over the top, you're going to have to trade Mo Harkless or Allen Crabbe. Because again, this Blazers team, like offensively, they've been one of the best in the league for a few seasons now. Last season they were 6th in both points and offensive rating. They were also 20th in both defensive stats. You get Nerlens Noel, he's going to clean up the defense for you, hopefully. And then if you still have Allen Crabbe or Mo Harkless, whichever one you decide to trade, then your offense holds up as well. So I think that's an idea for the Blazers because besides that, there's not a whole lot of options given how high they are over the salary cap. But still, Damian Lillard has been fantastic. He's going to carry him to a mid-tier Western Conference playoff team. I don't think they're better than the Clippers or the Spurs or the Warriors. They're still pretty damn good. They're fun. They're exciting. I just think Dame and CJ need a little bit of help on defense. And Nerlens Noel could be the guy. I mean, hell, maybe Nerlens won't be the guy who becomes available, but if some sort of defensive big man who can turn Plumlee into the backup and then you can get that guy to start, like, I think it's a good move. And before they end up trading for, like, Greg Monroe. Don't trade for Greg Monroe. Anyway, I'm done.